772 Los Altos Avenue is listed by the Serrano Group out of Los Altos. Alice and Alicia Nuzzo, who are two fantastic agents. So this one is big for 3-bedroom for Los Altos. It's a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath. Is over 2,500 square feet, and the lot is actually quite large. It's over 12,500, and you really will notice it when you go to the backyard. It really probably is the strongest aspect of this entire house. The house itself really only has had one major major expansion to get that extra square footage. Most likely the original house was probably 1,700 square feet. And then so when you walk in, you have your original living room. They've now made that into a dining room, and then they pushed out to create another living room that has sort of an octagon feel to it, with the center part of it has a circular round skylight, which is very unusual. And then they had sort of the same architectural feel off the master, which they also pushed off to the back right-hand corner of the house. It also has that same octagon with that center light, if you will. So that's a little interesting. I mean, it has a little bit of an 80s feel to it, but I think somebody with contemporary lines might be able to take that same architectural feel, I think, and really kind of jazz it up a little bit. The house itself, is a house that I think most people are going to do a fair amount of remodeling to. Certainly the other 2 bathrooms are original, and the kitchen is fairly original. They need just a little, certainly they might do a pretty good redo to that. I think a lot of people remember it's also a front-facing kitchen, so a lot of times in these ranch houses, my clients, when they finally get around to doing the kitchen, they're opening up those walls so they can see through to the back of the house, which I think would be a good solution in this property. Overall value proposition, so we talked about condition. So we're going to give it, C+, B-, because obviously it's a dated house that needs a lot of updating all the way through. Location, remember it's a hard one because location really is an A, and then because it's on Los Altos Avenue, then you got to bring it back down to a B. Los Altos Avenue is one of the few busier streets in Los Altos, going, of course, remember, all the way to downtown, all the way to El Camino. That the buyers don't seem to give much negative, though, because remember, even though you're on a busier street, you're still 7 houses down to the elementary school, which is fantastic. You're a few blocks to Egan, the junior high, which is fantastic, and you're also a walk to downtown Los Altos. It's probably a 10-15 minute walk, but it's still definitely a walk in most people's realm. So it is one of the fascinating, it's one of the few busier streets in Los Altos that doesn't give it much negative in pricing issues because of that, though, which I think is understandable when you think of all the other positives that it has. Lastly, from a valuation standpoint, listed at $2,150. I think with some of the other recent sales in the last 2 weeks, my prediction is that this certainly has a chance to press up into the 2.3s. So that's going to again give it something in the 5 to 8% increase above asking, and certainly would expect 3 to 5 offers on it in this continuing crazy market. If I can be of any help, please reach out. Thank you.